Welcome to this quick training, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're going to be talking about how to build a lead nurturing sequence, why you should build one, and when should you build one in your business. My name is Robert Espedia. If you don't know me, I am a co-owner of Viral Vids, and I've been doing social media marketing for the last 4 years. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get straight into it. Why build a lead nurturing sequence? Well, let's look at the data. According to Google, and I agree with this, lead nurturing leads to more sales. Companies that use lead nurturing successfully generate 50% more sales ready leads at a 33% lower cost. The return on investment of lead nurturing is so high because you can tailor your messaging to the customer. So in short, lead nurturing can help you with number one, improve conversion rates. Number two, shortens the sales cycle. And number three, it increases customer retention. These are all three things that a lot of business owners want, but don't know how to achieve it. And today we're going to be talking about how to get these results, okay? Now, what is the common problem when it comes to lead nurturing? If you take a look at this chart here, which I'm going to exit out of this and go into it, you can see here that this is the value chain ladder. This is the strangers to client transformation journey that you see here. You can name it a lot of different things. You probably heard it being named a couple of different things, but that doesn't matter. What's important is that when a lot of people start their business, they start with the very first thing, which is creating their offer. I'm not going to talk too much on this, but this is the who, where, problem, promise, and path, right? Which creates your specific messaging. And a lot of people, they get through this hurdle and then they start to create content. And majority of people create organic content, which can be hosted on Facebook profile, on your Facebook profile, on your Instagram, YouTube Shorts, or even TikTok. Now, how do you create these? Well, you create 30 to 60 second videos. You can create a story post, value post, CTA post, all kinds of different posts that are going to help you generate attention. They're going to help you create attention, which then they're going to help you generate leads, right? This is when someone contacts your brand for the first time. A lead is just simply someone that you can contact. If you can message them, they're a lead, okay? So that's just to keep things at a very basic level here. And probably a lot of you are overachievers and already know this information. So I'm going to get straight into the next point, which is the lead nurturing process that happens. A lot of people forget about this and don't do any of this and expect people to go from cold to sold. And that's just not how things work. So that is a quick explanation there on how and why things are the way they are, right? So let's understand a little bit more about lead nurturing. To understand what lead nurturing is, you've got to look at inbound marketing. Inbound marketing is all about helping people solve their problems, right? If you can solve someone's problem, you're going to be getting a lot of inbound leads because there's a lot of people with a lot of problems and you have the solution. Now, this doesn't mean immediately giving them the answer. That approach is not going to build a long-term relationship, just a transaction. If you're just in it for the money and you're just in it to create a transactional business, which is still a business, I understand that, you're not going to make it very far. You probably won't make it past 6 figures because making it past 6 figures requires you to build a lot of relationships. And this can be internally, externally, with your team, with yourself, with your clients, all of that, right? So instead, what we want to do is give your leads valuable information so that they can work this out for themselves, like I am right now. It's going to be a much better way to set yourself up for success. Now, what does a good lead nurturing sequence look like? And before we get into that, let's start with what it doesn't look like. First thing, irrelevant content. An example of this can be a nutrition coach promoting workout equipment. This is going to make your lead uninterested as the content is not tailored to their needs. Another one, aggressive sales focus. An example of this would be buy now and save 20%, right? I'm doing a special birthday offer. This creates a lot of pressure that's not needed in this part of the sales process. If you're launching a new offer, okay, I understand. But if you're sending long form assets like this and you're trying to get someone to immediately buy, that's not going to be very good for you because you're creating pressure right there. Now, the biggest mistake is Dun, 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 dun. Not having any sort of long form assets in the middle of your funnel to gather data to create a more effective nurturing sequence. And if you do have a lead nurturing sequence in place, but your messaging isn't speaking to that specific person, then you're going to lose trust and credibility. Again, the very first thing is a lot of people don't have this system built out, let alone they don't even have any videos on their YouTube channel that talks about what they do and how they solve those problems. And if you do have content on YouTube and you're just vlogging and creating content just around yourself and not your offer and how you can help other people, then it's going to become just more of a personality-based channel, which is great. People will follow you for who you are, and you should be yourself at all times and try to be the most authentic version of yourself. But at the end of the day, people buy from people they know, like, and trust, and they can only trust you if you build some sort of authority through your educational content, which we're going to talk about here in a second. Now, here are 3 action steps you can take to build your lead nurturing sequence. Number 1 is going to be to create 4 to 6 pieces of long form content. We prefer videos because it's much more interactive. A fun fact is that recent data suggests that 72% of consumers prefer to learn about a product or service through videos, and that marketers achieve a 30% higher conversion rate by including video content in their campaigns. This is all going to be tailored again to the middle of your funnel. When you look at a funnel, you have the top of the funnel, the middle of the funnel, and the bottom of the funnel. The middle of the funnel is going to be where your lead nurturing process is going to take place. This is the place where people are going to be a little bit more invested into either watching your content, reading your email newsletter, or whatever other pieces of assets that you have, like a webinar, a lead magnet, whatever it is. This is the place where majority of people will spend some time and invest their time to get to know, like, and trust you a little bit more. So number 2 is use YouTube to host your long form assets. Why? Because it's free. The reason being is YouTube's SEO is top of the notch. And on top of that, you'll be able to track analytics to see where viewers are dropping off, so you can add or take away information that's not relevant to the video topic, to the topic of the video, excuse me. Lastly, you're going to want to create a community. This can be an IG broadcast channel, a Facebook group, or even better, a school community. Nurturing people through a community is one of the best things you can do because it brings the element of group participation and a pool of people who are experiencing the same problems that you can help them with. Having a community can also help you with both lead generation and lead nurturing, right? If you have a group of people already that you're helping and you're dropping content in there, you're showing before and afters or whatever kind of marketing strategy you're following, you can have people in there, bring other people, bring their friends or whoever they know that is also experiencing the same problems they are. So having a community is very powerful. I encourage all of you guys to build this. Of course, before you do that, the very first thing I recommend is creating your 4 to 6 pieces of long form content. And these 4 to 6 pieces of long form content should be mainly educational content that include frequently asked questions, or you can also block objections through educational content, right? Basically answering any questions or concern that someone needs to be answered, that someone wants to know before they hop on a call with you. So think about what you would like to know about a specific agency or coach that you want to work with, and what assets do they have in place for you to answer those questions on your own, so that when you get on a sales call, it becomes a lot smoother and a higher chance of you actually signing on with them, or vice versa. If you're having someone go through your funnel, what are the chances of them signing up with you if you have these assets in place? So a quick recap for why having a lead nurturing system is important. Very first thing is people buy from those they know, like, and trust. I know I'm beating a dead horse here with the sentence, and you've probably heard this a million times, but it's true. And again, if you want to build that trust, you gotta position yourself as an authority figure. And the best way to get people to know and like you is going to be by them consuming longer pieces of content. Why? Because they're spending more time with you. Second thing is going to be improves conversion rates. Again, if someone goes through your funnel, through your system, whatever it is, and you have these assets in place, it's going to increase the conversions. And third, shortens the sales cycle. And fourth, increases customer retention because you're consistently dropping value, whether it's in the community, whether it's in your Kajabi, whatever it is, you're consistently posting content that's valuable to that specific group of people. So when it comes time for them to re-sign, they are more than likely going to, because you're consistently putting out value. So always put out value, never stop. And if you need help creating a content strategy that converts, go ahead and shoot me a direct message so we can help you out. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm genuinely trying to help. So if you do genuinely need help with your content, or you just have any questions about this training, go ahead and shoot me a message. I'll go ahead and answer it. And I hope that if you like this video, you drop a comment, give it a like, and I will see you on the next one.